Evgenia Gutul to 7 years in jail for channeling money from Russia to finance a political party. Gutul, who has strongly criticised Moldova's current pro-European government and has occasionally visited Moscow to meet top officials, denied any wrongdoing. She has been placed on the EU and US sanctions lists on suspicion of destabilizing Moldova. Prosecutors say Gutul systematically channeled undeclared funds into Moldova from 2019 to 2022 to finance the now banned pro-Moscow Shaw party, set up by Ilan Shaw, an exiled pro-Russian businessman who has been convicted of fraud in Moldova. Prosecutors had been seeking a 9-year jail sentence for Gutul. The Kremlin condemned the sentence as politically motivated and accused Moldova of trampling on democracy. More than 100 people gathered in front of the court in the Moldovan capital, Chisinau, to support Gutul, the leader of the Gagauzia, a small autonomous region whose 140,000 residents are mainly ethnic Turks. The crowd demanded freedom for Gutul, chanting shame and criticising the government. The sentence can be appealed. Well, Andrew, thank you for staying with us. Initially, can I just get your reactions to this sentencing? Of course, a murky situation involving potentially Russia and some serious allegations.
Well, in all of those former Soviet republics, there are tensions, there are frictions between those who want to continue to have a close relationship with Russia, to be within its sphere of influence, as it were, and those who really see themselves as more European and want to attach themselves in various ways to the European Union, and in some cases perhaps even aspire to NATO membership. And so we see that playing out in context which it's ironic that Putin refers to a lack of democracy in Moldova, but he's not wrong. There's a lack of democracy in Russia, to be sure, but there's also a lack of democracy, meaningful democracy, as we would understand it, in various ex-Soviet republics and countries that used to be part of the Warsaw Pact. And so what we see here is, I think, a manipulation of the courts to squash one of those factions that favors a more pro-Russian orientation in favor of and by the forces that are supporting a more pro-EU orientation. I think that's what it boils down to at the end of the day.
Andrew, thank you ever so much, as always, for joining us. It's always a pleasure to have your insight into those topics. We move on now, and a cloudburst has led to flash floods in the high-altitude villages of India's Uttarakashi. At least 4 people are dead, while many are feared to be washed away. As per reports, several houses are being damaged or being swept away in the raging water. A team of State Disaster Response Force personnel has been sent to the spot to undertake rescue operations. Reports suggest that the cloudburst took place in the catchment area of the Kir Ganga River, leading to the devastating flooding. Uttarakhand Chief Minister Pushkar Kumar Dhami has said that the situation is being closely monitored. Well, that is all that we have time for. We'll be back very soon with more of your latest international news. Thank you.